Bonjour! Welcome to another delicious Tok Tale all the way from France. Have you ever tasted Tarte Tatin? It's a French dessert made with sweet golden apples, warm caramel, and a buttery pastry crust. The apples are soft, the crust is melting, and when it's served warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, oh la la, it's magical. But here is the surprising part. What if I told you that this famous dessert wasn't invented on purpose? That's right. The story of Tarte Tatin begins with two sisters, one basic kitchen and one very big mistake. Long ago, in a little French town called La Motte-Beuvron, two sisters, Stéphanie Tatin and Caroline Tatin, ran a cozy hotel and a restaurant together. Every day, travelers came from near and far to enjoy their delicious meals. One busy afternoon, Stéphanie was hurrying around the kitchen. Oh dear! So many guests and so little time! On the stove, a pan of apples was cooking in butter and sugar for an apple tart. But while Stéphanie was rushed to help her guests, she forgot all about the apples. A few minutes later, a smell filled the kitchen. Stéphanie's eyes grew wide. My apples! She ran to the stove. The apples had cooked much longer than they should have. They were golden, sticky, and covered in rich caramel. Oh no! I've ruined the pie! Just then, her sister, Caroline, peeked into the kitchen. What happened? I was distracted. The apples are overcooked. The guests will be expecting dessert soon. Caroline looked at the pan. They don't look ruined to me. But what can I do with them? Then, suddenly, an idea popped into her head. I know! She quickly rolled out some pastry dough. Then, she laid it on the top of the caramelized apples. Into the oven it went. Are you sure that is how a tart is supposed to be made? The sisters waited and waited and waited. Finally, the tart was ready. Stéphanie carefully removed it from the oven and turned it upside down on a serving plate. The shiny caramel apples now sat proudly on top. Well, that's certainly different. Stéphanie carried out the usual dessert. Soon, the guests gathered around. I must warn you, that tart wasn't exactly planned. The guests exchanged curious looks. One brave traveler took a bite. True, his eyes lit up. Magnifique! Another guest tasted it. Then another. Magnifique! These apples are wonderful. The caramel is delicious. Soon, everyone was asking for a second slice. Stéphanie and Caroline could hardly believe their ears. What had begun as a mistake had become the star of the meal. From that day on, visitors came asking for the sisters' famous upside-down apple tart. Its fame spread from town to town, then across France, and eventually around the world. And because it was created by the Tatin sisters, people called it Tarte Tatin. And so, the next time you make a mistake, remember the Tatin sisters, because sometimes the sweetest success is hiding inside an accident. And that is the end of our Tok Tale all the way from France. For more such stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tok Tales. See you in the next one. Au revoir!